Obviously, Adidas took a long time to do this, was under a lot of criticism until it made the move. Some will say that it came too late for it to be taken seriously. But at the end of the day, Benita, you have to understand, Adidas says it's going to lose about $250 million by doing this and by cutting the contract. So this is a big line item for them. Not that that should weigh on a decision that's a decision of principle that companies need to make and that social media platforms made, for example. So I think it's fair to criticize them. But on the other hand, it is pretty striking just how much of a hit the company is going to take because of this, which shows just how much of a cultural weight Kanye West has, that his brand and his shoes are worth this much to a company and that there are this many people that want to buy them.
He has so long been involved in scandals and pushing the boundaries in his outbursts. Now we're even seeing Kim Kardashian, his ex-wife, saying, and her statement says, hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end. Even his family is outraged right now.
Yeah, well, she needs to obviously do the same that everyone else is doing. Her brand depends on it. And of course, it's a decision of principle. So this is, you're right, as you mentioned, Benita, every wall is closing in Kanye. I do say with some caution, I wonder if we're making, obviously anti-Semitism is a serious issue. It's serious when it comes from a major public personality who has a big following. On the other hand, I wonder whether there are more dangerous forms of anti-Semitism and more dangerous examples and more insidious examples of anti-Semitism that are in some sense being sidelined and ignored in the storm over Kanye West, whether it be that election in Pennsylvania, where there have been hints of anti-Semitism that have come up in the campaign of the Republican candidate opposing a Jewish Democrat, or in other places where I wonder if the anti-Semitism that you see pop up in those situations is more insidious than is the tweet from Kanye West, a very famous, but at the same time, very troubled person whose words, again, maybe get wide hearing, but one wonders how much they're actually listened to. Although I say it with some caution, without having a real sense of the mindset, to be quite honest, of a large part of his fan base.
Well, the fact that he is a troubled person doesn't in any way excuse the kind of hateful rhetoric that he has been speaking out about, and also the fact of the matter is he has such a massive following, and the fact that he could have got away with that kind of rhetoric up until now says a lot about the environment the world is in. But as you have described, even his biggest sponsors are now saying enough is enough. Senior correspondent Owen Alterman, thank you for that update.